guys. So, the last video was kind of just an overview of what I've been doing and like where my headspace was at, which I thought was kind of important to do, but since a different video I am doing for the 6 months that changed my life, since we are also extending it into the month of December, since after I moved, me and my sister, we kind of fell off for like, I think the entire month of August. We were just a little dead, if I'm honest. So we gave ourselves an extra month, and August was our redo. So we're extending it to December, like I said, but I want to show you guys some of the things I have been working on that are, I guess, more related to like Artist Alley. So that's going to be this video, not just me showing you, but it's probably going to be me for a few days working on Artist Alley stuff. Yeah. I might also bring my sister's tablet when I am going to the comic creator meetup that I usually go to on Saturdays. If I end up going there early, I can work on some stuff there too, which might be fun. So I might film just a teeny bit there. Not obviously the meetup itself, because they're not consenting to being on camera, and it's all supposed to be like quiet because it's what people are working on, you know? So yeah. I'm going to show you what I've been working on and stop procrastinating. Actually, before we get into Artist Alley stuff, this is related to the video I am working on that's taking a minute because it is a lot of hours going into it. But I wanted to show you because it's concept art for characters and a story I'm writing, and honestly I am very proud of it. And this took a lot longer than it should have. But I honestly really love how it turned out, so I'm just going to show you that right now. Okay, so originally when I redid a little bit of the branding for my other YouTube channel, I was like, oh, I can make little chibis for each season that I can just change out and it'll be good. So I drew all these. I had this one on, and then I switched to this one, and every time I looked at my channel, I was like, I fucking hate it. So I redid it. So I'm just gonna open up. This is now my new one. I am a lot more happy with this. The hands are a bit fucked up. The hands are always fucked up because I struggle with drawing hands. But I also wanted to draw something just funny and cute, and something I could also use for like an Artist Alley tip jar that would be funny. So I drew this because I think this is fucking hilarious, and the amount of times I use that type of meme is truly way too much, if I am honest. However, I find it hilarious and I think it actually turned out pretty cute. So that's just on the branding end. I am also working on a branding branding guide on my other computer. Yes, I have two computers, it's a long story. This is the branding kit. This is not an actual blurb. I need to work on a blurb. This is just the templates blurb. But I think I'm doing pretty good. I used to do branding and marketing for my day job. Now I don't got a day job, so gotta do this shit. So that's good. I'm happy with this. I don't know if I want to keep this off-center, or like not off-centered but tilted, or if I want to straighten this one out. I'm not sure yet. I'll finagle that. But also my little witch character can go right here as the actual full logo as well, which will be fun. Okay, now we got the actual merch that I'm thinking about printing. This is my character Arwen. Love her. She was my last D&D character. Do I think people are gonna care about her character? No, but titties. Then we got, come on load, Mecha Baba Yaga. This is for part of the project as well that the other characters I showed earlier. So I thought a keychain of Mecha Baba Yaga could be fun. Then also I really like this, which is kind of really cool, and it could be a nice print, I thought, just for people who are more, you know, into that. I got some Baby No Money stuff, including a bunny boy outfit that's a little risque, and yeah, that might be fun. I have some designs for Deadpool, some Fallout stuff, some more Fallout stuff. This right here is actually the thing that got me an imprint shop, so that was cool. And this painting honestly took a while, and it's not of any fandom. This is actually based off of me and my migraines. This is what my migraines feel like to me, because I have migraines with aura. So I thought it'd be fun to do that. Maybe a cool little horror kind of print that people might like. Also, I don't know if I said it before in a different video, I think I did, but these behind it, like the little swirls and stuff, are actually photos I have of like the past and stuff, and it's all like merged together and kind of squiggled and distorted, which I thought was a cool touch. No one else will know that unless they watch this video. However, I thought it was cool. We got Sameko, our king. I want to draw him more, honestly, because he's fun to draw, and like, I love him as a character. I already have charms of this version of him, but I want to do the updated version as well, which is like his final battle. I need to do some prints of this, because honestly, I love this. Drawing the board and also his position took way too long, but I love how it came out. Then these ones I already have keychains of. I have like 2 keychains of this version of Hancock from Fallout. I did not like the original printer that I went with to get samples, and they sent me like 2 keychains of this, and it didn't even have like the key rings of it, and then I changed and went with Vogue Grace instead, so that'll be good. Also has some Hancock there as well, and I have some keychains of this. This is just a cool print of Hancock. I don't know if you can tell, he might be my favorite character in Fallout 4. Then we got Isha. Love Isha. I made her a final battle outfit because she didn't get one of those. Then we got some Jason Todd prints. This one is kind of more just a little more sexy one that people might just like. Even though she's technically my Fallout 4 OC. Then we have the Jinchi Frog. I think he will do well at conventions. Then we got Jinx. I already have some of these. Ironically also, or not even ironically, cool little fact, Reed Shannon, the voice of Echo, does have these 2 keychains because I gifted them to him at Anime Impulse, and he said he really liked them. Whether he lied or not, to save my feelings, is up to interpretation, but he seemed like he actually really did enjoy them, so I'm happy about that. Then we got, you know, Endgame Jinx. Love her. A Jinx print that honestly I really like, even though like I drew her differently than I usually would, and I used a different pen that I usually would, one that's a little rougher, and honestly, I think it works for the overall piece, and I really love how I did the braids. If I'm honest, like, the braids took forever, but I love them. Then we have Happy Ending Jujutsu Kaisen, because they deserve better. Love them. Then we have some Kurt Wagner. I did this recently. Love Kurt. He is my favorite. I'm just starting to overheat, so I'm going to try and run it through this fast. We got Laios from Delicious in Dungeons, or Dungeon Meshi, in a bunny suit, because bunny boys are, they're just cool, okay? Then we got Wolverine in a maid dress. Then we got Mao Mao saying you have to bounce on it crazy style. Then we have Mao Mao in kind of the similar position as my other chibi, saying poison. Then we have Nanami in a bunny suit. Then we have Nanami again. Nanami. I don't know if you can tell, I have a favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character as well. Then we have Nick Valentine, because he's also a favorite character. Then we have Shoko, because she is also my favorite character from Jujutsu Kaisen. Then we have Sky, because I love her. I love her, she deserved better. We love a queen that haunts the narrative. Love her. Then we have Sky and Victor, but in a scene from Little Shop of Horrors, because I had an idea for an AU with this, and I still think it is a good idea, and Sky Vic shippers need to unite. Then we have my character Arwen with Stuart, and it's a little spicy one. Two characters that do not have names yet, but they will eventually have their own little story. We have Edra and Valdor being angsty, like always. They actually have another one that would be a really good print. I need to put that in there. We got some Victor, then we got Victor, and then we got Victor. I don't know if you can tell who my favorite arcane character is either. Might not be obvious, but you know. Not anymore that I just remembered I had, so we have Codsworth, but he's just a robot helper, you know. Yeah, I'll show the rest when they upload. This is the missing one of Edra and Valdor because it's angsty and it's cool, and honestly, this is one of the better times I have digitally painted. I still like this one the most, even though these ones all came after, technically. But I feel like I was just in flow state for this one, so we love that one. This one can be Fallout or just Halloween zombie themed, and it's part of Fallout October from 2024, and it's cool rattle. The frickin' prompt was just rattle, but I think it's kind of interesting to see like something that's like decaying and stuff with like stuff that is representative of like babies and life. I thought that was an interesting composition, and honestly I still think it's a piece that holds up, so that would be cool for little prints. We got yet another, you know, Hancock from Fallout doing Hancock type of things. Where's his hat? It's on the floor, you can't see it right now, but yeah. This one I think Fallout fans will enjoy. It is Piper Hancock and also my Soul Survivor, and then Dogmeat stealing some food. I think it is a very dynamic drawing I did. I would like to redraw it eventually when I feel like I have improved in perspective and stuff, but until then I think this is a pretty solid piece altogether. We have Lucy from the Fallout TV show because I love her. I want to draw Maximus, but honest to God, the power armor scares me and I want to draw him in the power armor, so I have not drawn him yet. I want to though, because he's so fucking funny. Okay, this one I believe is one of the last ones. Actually I think there's a few more, but this is just the actual illustration version of the Dogmeat charm. And I was like, why aren't you in here? You should be in here. I got Silas from Love in Deep Space, and he's leaning on like a little, what's it called, monitor that says, "You're in her DMs, I'm in her security system." I feel like he will sell well. I have not drawn any of the other Love in Deep Space characters after this though, and I made no chibis. Because honestly, his hair took a long time, and I got tired. And I kind of got out of the Love in Deep Space fandom as well. So, it took a minute. We got my character Freefall, because honestly, this is a really cool fucking cover. I really like what I drew, and honestly, if I am selling the comics later on at conventions, it could be cool to have like a little poster and then do little deal bundle stuff, so that'd be cool. I also have one more drawing of him that should be uploading in a moment, but yeah, I think he might sell if he's part of a bundle deal. We got Nightcrawler eating ramen. Why? I don't know why. I really like drawing characters eating ramen for some fucking reason, and drawing them in technically It is a location of one of my other comics, Werewolf in the Shadows, that has not actually shown up in the comic. But this ramen shop is in the town of Evermouth, and I thought it was cute to have him eating ramen. And honestly, I think we need wolf cut, kind of mullet, Nightcrawler. I think that needs to be canon. Because look at him. He's so cute. This looks suggestive. It is not, I promise. Well, I'm just gonna... It's technically like a meme that was going... Or not a meme, it was like draw this with your OC thing. I forgot what the fuck those are called. But this is again of my character Axel, and I think this could be funny as a little promotional stuff if you like buy my comic in person. And I just like slip it into the comic like I gave you a little surprise at the end too. I think it'd be funny, especially because Axel is very much like a grumpy boy, so this is just kind of funny. Love that for him, honestly. And yeah, I also really love how I did the hair, if I'm honest, on this one, and I kind of want to draw him kind of more silly and suggestive, as well as maybe a chibi of him too, because that would be cute to have like a little bundle for people who buy comics from me. It'd be cute. I am very glad that I finished his little, like his first comic, and I'm working on his second volume as well. I would just like to show that I did in fact, you know, add the little chibi over here as a little logo. I don't like how this is kind of hard to read. The T over the hand is a little not great. I will figure that out. I haven't figured it out yet. I will figure it out later. But I think overall, this is pretty good for like 2 days of work. Honestly, for like this is like 2 days of work. All of the other art is kind of a combination of things from a few years, so a lot of new stuff actually. So actually, I think there's not that much new stuff, but it just feels like there's a lot of new stuff. But yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'll show back, or I'll hop back in when I do something else. Whoa. These are now a thing now. And honestly, I find them hilarious. Especially this one, because this is how I feel like all the time, if I'm honest. Kind of gives Pikmin vibes, and that is my last brain cell. I still think this is my favorite though. But this is a close second. Okay. So, I haven't drawn anymore, but I just got back from Comic Creator Meetup. Well, just got back like 2-3 hours ago, kind of. Can you? Joe? Can you please, Joe? She's kind of having a time, and she's like all up on me. She just wants to be around my sister right now, and my sister is currently walking the dog. Well, her dog. So, she's just really needy. I don't understand. But, yeah. Whoa. Got some good feedback. One thing that has been pointed out 2 times in a row is my characters' foreheads and eyes. The eyes are too high and the foreheads are too big. What is going on with you? She's having a time. I don't know what the fuck is up with her. She's special. Again. Got some good feedback. The rest of it, they're like, yeah, besides those little things. And then I also had one hand that was like fucked up and it looked like he had a broken wrist, so I need to fix that for the comic. My main issue right now is that I really feel like shit. So I am struggling. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule again, but that means I have to stay up for 24 hours again. Actually, probably over 24 hours. Can you get out of my face? Phantom, I love you, but what are you doing? Come here. I think she just maybe wants the heating pad I have on. Because it's kind of cold in my room, huh? Yeah. But yeah, just having a time. I feel like shit. I'm gonna have to stay up for 24 hours. But I got good feedback on my comic Free Fall, the second volume as well. Currently you can't read the first volume anywhere because I want to get that like published so people can have it physically in their hands, and also a bunch of other things, you know. Yeah, I'm having a time with it, but I also want to work on products for artist allies because I really do want to start doing that, you know, and like having tangible evidence of my art. Girl, I love you, but what are you doing? She's kind of all up on me. She just heard my sister come home, and her and Niskipi and the other cat that is related to her have just been all up on her, and I think it's because my sister has this giant bag of potato chips, and she has been in fact letting them nibble a little bit. Hello, are you spoiled? She's spoiled. But yeah, staying up for 24 hours again. I hate that this keeps happening, but I get to work on a different video because of this, so good enough. Okay, so this is for the 100-hour challenge of me working on a new novel idea. It's been a minute since I've like worked on it like fully. Stuff is falling. I'm not showing the time because my phone is charging, because it kind of almost died when I was writing it, and I was like, oh, it's at 5%, let me pause the timer, or pause the like stop. I'm tired. I'm gonna be honest, I have not slept. It's 7 a.m. I got to 65 hours, I'm pretty sure. So like we're more than halfway. I think it's almost 66 hours if I'm honest. And word count is currently at 16K, and then a few hundred more. So that's good. I did just finish chapter 3 of this new story idea, so now I have like the 3 main characters' POVs because it's switching. Things are falling still. Yeah, you can't tell I'm tired. But oh my god, words aren't wording. Excuse me, ma'am, do not expose yourself, please. Get your tail out of the way. This is a disaster, but yeah. Got the 3 main characters. I have 3 POVs switching back and forth. Well, not back and forth, but like cycling through like which ones. It switches every chapter. That's what I'm trying to say. This is gonna be fun to edit. I might just let this be because like, don't stay up for 24 hours. Me, I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule, and for some reason, to fix my sleep schedule, what I have to do is either stay up for like 24, sometimes 72 hours. Yes, I have done that before. Not fun. My doctors are not happy with me ever. But then also, on the opposite side, I can just sleep for 3 days and then my sleep schedule is fixed as well. Currently though, I've been having insomnia, so I can't fucking sleep. I'm screaming. I'm having issues if you can't tell. But in all honesty, I am liking where the story is going. And I was like, I have some scenes in my head that I want to make sure that like I have not outlines for, but like already a rough draft of these scenes, because I want them to kind of stick out more because they are very important to plot and themes and stuff like that I want for the story. Because honestly, the story has already started becoming like a bit like deep into my heart and like into my brain, if I'm honest, and like, can you stop doing that? I don't know why she keeps putting her butt in the camera. Siri, I love you, but what are you doing? But yeah, just, it's gotten a lot closer to my heart than I thought it was going to, because originally it was such a simple concept in my brain, and now it's just like, actually, I'm working through some things in it, and it's very interesting because like the other novel I have been working on, which is Spellbreaker and the Mage, based on my very first D&D character I played, Edra, because at the end of the campaign, which I finally actually got to play and like finish, I think last year or the year before, I finally actually got to finish her story, which I was happy about. She got a vampire husband who's also a spellbreaker, so she rolled really high on seduction for a staff, and then she got a different type of staff. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, she was my very first D&D character, and with that, like with her story, honestly, that one I thought was going to be a lot more impactful for who I am as a writer, you know, but this one is challenging me in a lot of different ways, and I'm getting a little more into like some things I like to explore in my writing. Like, don't get me wrong, Spellbreaker and the Mage, still love it to bits, still working on it. It's at, I think, 20k, I think? Yeah, it's at 20k currently. And I'm definitely gonna probably finish that one before this one because this one's a lot bigger. But I think the major difference is Spellbreaker and the Mage is mainly it's kind of Edra learning that it's okay for her to be loved and to love others, and there's not going to be another boot dropping because she has a lot of issues that Valdor didn't sign up for, which is the vampire, but he's kind of there for the ride. So it's kind of really interesting. I'll talk a little bit more when my camera stops overheating for some reason. Okay, so I'm gonna try and be quick with it. Edra is a very near and dear character to my heart. When I first started playing D&D, I was severely ill. I had just started homeschooling because of how bad my health was. So my depression also got really bad around that time, and I was like in a very dark headspace. My brother is the DM of this D&D group and this campaign, and he's homebrewed a lot. And like, I have a complex relationship with my brother, as most people do. He's an interesting person, you know? But he recognized that I was in a really dark headspace, and he was like, they're not going to last with their health and everything going on with them mentally if they don't get outside the house. So every week he would drag my ass out to go to his friend's house where he would lay out a bunch of figures, and then we would play D&D. So that story is very near and dear to my heart, and it's why I'm kind of still here, which is kind of dramatic to say that like D&D saved my life, but it kind of did, because like legitimately I found out later I was actually actively dying, And a lot of people were like, oh, maybe it's just anxiety that are causing your symptoms. No, bitch, I was severely malnourished and had such low vitamin D deficiency that it was giving me heart problems. Oh, that was fun to find out, because someone finally was like, you know what, let's actually just do a full panel on you. Let's do that. Let's see. And then they went, we need to fix you real quick. But yeah, that story is very near and dear to my heart. I am definitely going to probably finish that one first, but this one currently, I'm definitely learning a lot from it. So it's important that I work on this one as well. But this one is definitely different because it is definitely dealing with a lot of relationship dynamics, because like it's kind of a love triangle, but also like two of the characters are cousins, so it's not like an actual love triangle. It's like the V love triangle where two people like the same person, you know, and there's the added angst of them being cousins, but there's also the added angst that the chick, she was engaged to the first cousin and then he died. We have a resurrected boy in this. That's not a spoiler, that is kind of the premise of it. So she, being an heir of an assassin house, has to marry the now remaining heir of a different assassin house. And there's a lot of political intrigue, and in this setting, which has kind of just exploded, and also a different OC I had that he's just kind of been floating, he's finally made a home here. So I'm happy about that too. But there is just so much more compared to something that is more about like the romance and more about Edra realizing she can be her own person, realizing that she can be loved, and realize that she can love other people and that's okay. Because Edra is about finding herself, and then this is about finding each other and also finding your place kind of in the world. My sister's cat is opening her door and she's asleep, so that's going to be fun in a few minutes. But yeah, it's about finding your place in the world, finding solidarity with other people, writing past mistakes that you have made, dealing with grief, and so much other shit. Like, we got possession in here, we got Mecha Baba Yaga. That is just the funniest fucking thing in this, and she is very prevalent. But there's just a lot more into this, and like I've been doing a lot more world building with this as well, and holy shit, this one is just taking a lot, so I am having a time, if I'm fucking honest. It's overheating again! Oh, okay, I'm gonna try and wrap up what I was saying before my camera overheats again. I really need to upgrade camera, but that costs money. I don't have money. But this story, and all of my like stories have a lot of dark topics gone into, because like honestly I have a lot of trauma as well, and like I want to like not share my trauma, you know, but like kind of dissect it in a way where one, I can process it, and two, other people can see a little bit, or like there are some things that obviously I have not thought through that I'm also writing about, but they're very real things in the world that are going on, and I feel like because we see it in such like a grandiose, like not grandiose, but honestly like one of the lines I have written in this is that like in this world, like I don't remember the actual line, actually I think it was You monetize and monopolize death, and why? Because other humans told you to. And honestly, I was like, wait a minute, that's a pretty good line, you know? And I think that's currently how, like, I've been seeing the world a lot recently, because, like, with everything going on in the world, you are just constantly being bombarded with all of the bad things in the world in between ads. And then even to get information about the bad things about going on in the world, you have to make it seem like it's actually a video about a product, so it gets pushed out. We are in some dystopian bullshit. But monopolizing death and the concept of, like, death being almost like just another product for profit, that is something I wanted to kind of go into on, like, in this story, because, like, a lot of the times in, like, assassin stories that I have read and, like, seen online that has romance in it, a lot of the times they're like, oh, it's so dark and, like, sexy and blah da 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 da. The idea of an assassin is horrific. Think about it. You are getting paid to end someone's life. Somebody is paying you to end someone's life. That's fucking crazy that we are in, like, this stage of humanity, and, like, we've been kind of in this stage for so many thousands upon thousands of years that is a profession. Like, we view human life as something that could be sold for the right price. That's fucking wild. And honestly, I want to explore that idea in this book, because, like, honestly, in media, we don't actually go into, like, what that is and how fucked up it is, because they just kind of gloss over it. I want it to feel real. So, like, this is inspired by, like, quite a few different medias that I have seen, and, like, a bunch of different fandoms that I'm also, like, a part of and stuff like that. So, like, my comps are the Dragon Prince, excuse me, Siri, I love you, but go back. But the Dragon Prince, Dragon Age, sadly there's no dragons in this story, but Dragon Prince, Dragon Age, Anastasia. It was kind of going to be Phantom in the Opera inspired, but now it's, like, kind of going away from that. A little bit of Howl's Moving Castle with the Mecha Baba Yaga, if I'm honest. And then, like, a lot of it's just, like, deep political intrigue, actually. So it's kind of interesting, and I'm struggling. And my camera's still fucking overheating. It usually overheats at 9 minutes, now it's overheating at 5 minutes. What the fuck? So I stayed up for, I don't even remember how long, it was over 24 hours, to fix my sleep schedule. Then proceeded to sleep until noon. Or technically just before noon. And right now, it is 4 a.m. No, I did not wake up at 4 a.m. I laid down at, I think, 9 p.m. and could not sleep at all, even though I have been exhausted the entire time. And why is so fucking stupid? Because, like, every fucking maybe 15 to 30 minutes, I would go check on my sister's cat because she just had freaking her ear drained because a different cat scratched her. The cat's been fine, perfectly fine. But every 15 to 30 minutes, I've just been going and checking on this cat, and each time I open the door, because she's chilling in my bathroom because I don't want the other cats to fuck with her. She's like an old lady, so, like, you know. But I keep checking on this cat, and this cat is getting irritated with me because I keep waking her up to check on her, you know, because again, this cat is turning 14 years old and just had an infection. So I'm trying to make sure this cat's fucking alive. I shouldn't be checking on this cat so often. This cat is fine. Been fine. Came back from the vet at like 1. My sister's obviously the one who took her cat to the vet. Doctor says the cat's fucking fine. Just needs some fucking medication. Why do I always do this? I get so fucking rude about animals whenever they're slightly hurt or just even seeming like a little sick. I need to stop doing this fucking shit. But no, I couldn't. So I've been restless this entire time. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go on TikTok for a little bit to like get my brain off of it. Did not get my brain off of it. Instead, my brain is now thinking about like things I used to watch as a kid. Some I should not have been watching. Looks at my mother. Why were you letting me watch Lost Girl, which was about a succubus? Whatever. Yeah, I was like watching a lot of crime shows as well. Should not have been watching those, but I digress. But my brain just went down into the worst like doom spiral ever, I guess. And now it's 4 a.m. and I am still fucked up from my sleep schedule. So now I'm gonna have to stay up again. If I can just stop fucking up my sleep schedule, that would be appreciated. But apparently I can't. Apparently I am just doomed. For now at least, because holy shit, what is wrong with me? I know, anxiety. And also OCD, so that's great, because then when I start thinking about something, I can't stop, usually, until like I either do a specific action to like alleviate it, or just, it doesn't. And I don't know how else to explain it besides just like this thought that's always going and like picking away at your fucking sanity. I'm struggling. Very much struggling. Someone save me. I completely fucked up my sleep schedule. I'm basically nocturnal now. I went to bed at 10 a.m. Woke up at 2. Okay, but at least I've been productive, semi, because I'm not doing, I haven't been like writing or drawing specifically my comic. However, because I do want to start doing Artist Alley, hopefully next year, potentially 2027. I'm not sure. It all depends on like finances and shit like that. And also specific paperwork. But I have been making products and stuff like that. Specifically, I've been making bucket hats, and honestly, I've been having fun with it. The one thing I hate though is that my cat Phantom, she's up in my business all the time, so I have to continuously lint roll every piece of fabric that I am working on and retrieve my thread from whence she has stolen it. And I'm like, or my pins. The other day, I was literally pinning a piece of fabric that's like in a loop because I was sewing the brim to like the actual hat piece. And I kept going around and around and around, and I was like, how the fuck have I not pinned it all the way around yet? I swear I'm like losing pins somehow. Like, this is not that big. What is going on? And then I just lift my head a little bit, and my cat Phantom is taking the pins out as I'm putting it in, like some Looney Tunes shit. And I was like, get your ass out of here. So that was great. But I'm not making like obviously a shit ton of like each like idea I have, because currently I am doing like fandom themed bucket hats. I am going to do an arcane one, technically I think 2 potentially. It depends on how much fabric I have. But I started with Has Been Hotel because I'm gonna be honest, I had so much red fabric from when I was first making my Alistair cosplay that I never finished, that I was like, okay, gotta just get through it, you know? So the first ones I made was Rosie themed ones because I love her. She's one of my favorite characters, and then also Alistair's my second favorite character. But I do need like 2 things to come in the mail for you to like completely say it's finished. And then I also made a bunch of bows that kind of match the bucket hat that I can also just sell for like a cheap little thing, which are really cute and I like them. And I made some bigger, made some smaller, so they're all like different prices, so that's cute. And then I also when I was making hers, I made little plush skulls for like, one is just like on the side of her little hat, just like Rosie has, you know, on her actual hat and has been. But then I made like a few that were way too big. I think I made 5 that were way too big. And I was like, wait, these are cute as pin cushions. Now I have pin cushions also that I can sell. So those are cute. Alistair's, I just made the base for them, and his brim is a little shorter so it sticks out properly, while Rosie's a little more floppier so it looks a little like closer to like her hat in the show, but not like obviously as big or anything like that. It just looks like a little bit of a floppier bucket hat, and honestly I really like it. It's cute. But his, I've been having like a little difficulty with, not because like it's hard to do, it's specifically with the design of like the actual like details in it, because I was like, okay, I know I want like the neon green stitching that Alistair has with his magic, and then I was like, but this still doesn't scream Alistair, it screams like edgy Christmas. So I went on Instagram and I was like, hey guys, what can I add? And then people were like, just add his bow tie to the side. And I was like, true enough. But now I'm like, do I have black fabric to do that? Do I have black ribbon? I have no idea. So I might have to buy black ribbon as well. So I am struggling, but at the same time, I don't know if that would be enough, or if it's just too on the nose. So I'm thinking about like interchangeable pieces potentially, but that might be a lot of extra work. However, I am intrigued by the idea that's been percolating in my brain for Emily or Sarah's bucket hat. I don't know which one it would be. It's just kind of more like seraphim kind of styled, and I was thinking about it, but I also don't know if it would be way too gaudy, but at the same time, it has been Hotel. And at the same time, I enjoy some maximalism even if it's gaudy. So it all depends. However, I have been sewing so long that my left hand hurts because of how I have to angle it to like keep the freaking fabric going in like a circle when I am sewing it. So I am struggling with my left hand and my wrist hurts so bad, and I am like, I forget that like repeated motion injuries I get very easily for some fucking reason. Just added to the long list of me issues, so yeah. So I am taking a break from that. I might draw some Has-Been Hotel chibis. That could be cute. I probably won't draw the whole cast, just like my favorite characters, which is like Nifty, Rosie, and Alistair. Husk is like almost there, and so is Lucifer. But I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know how I would draw Husk. So Lucifer is probably more probable. But I do technically like Husk a little bit more, so I'm like, I don't know how I would draw all of his cat-like glory and his wings. I don't know, and I feel like that would be a lot when my brain power is very low. So, yeah, that's it for right now. Also, I just remembered that earlier in probably this video, I don't know, I filmed that part like a few days ago, I think. I said that I probably wasn't gonna make Has-Been Hotel merch because the hyperfixation wasn't that strong. It has gotten that strong. I don't know how it happened. I saw like a few memes and now I'm just in the Has-Been trenches. I don't know how this happened. Like, it got so bad. I accidentally made a Has-Been OC because I was just experimenting with style, and then I just kept drawing and doodling, and then I was looking at it and was like, this is basically me in Has-Been. Is this a self-insert OC for Has-Been? Stares at it. Oh god, I think I subconsciously did that. So now I just kind of have that doodle, not finished, not complete, just in my computer, just staring at me like, you thought you were chill about this show. Apparently fucking not. I think, honestly, it's because I am so starved for ace content that the minute a character is canonly ace, I become obsessed with them. This has happened very rarely. I think this is the only time it has happened. So yeah, just wanted to do a disclaimer. No, I'm not just doing Has-Been Hotel freaking merch now because I think it will sell. No, it's because the Has-Been brainworms have somehow infiltrated my skull and I don't know what to really do with it besides actually draw it. So I'm struggling. Okay. I finished the Has-Been chibis finally. It took a minute, mainly because I tweaked mainly Nifty and Alistair's designs a little bit, so they look a bit different than in canon. And I also because I drew Rosie, Alistair, Nifty, and also Lucifer, I gave Rosie and Lucifer noses. Nifty, I could not fit a nose on her face, but I feel like Rosie and Lucifer, in my particular style, they just need a nose, so they have noses. And Alistair, I think, went through the biggest redesign by accident. But like, honestly, while his clothes stayed pretty much the same, it's mainly just like some of his physicality, I think he came out really cute. And I'm actually very much enjoying it. So honestly, it's been interesting, like, designing chibis and stuff like that for like merch and stuff, because like I did it before with Arcane, Fallout, and Jujutsu Kaisen. I have a speech impediment. If I say shit wrong, I apologize. Schools, speech therapy and speech classes didn't do shit for me. I mainly went because I was selectively mute, so you know how it is. But what I was saying, I already made some, like, I think 2 years ago now, or maybe, no, I think it's gonna be maybe 1 year. Might be 1 year. Actually, yeah, it's 1 year now. Where I ordered it because I was going to try and do Anime Los Angeles last year. Didn't go in, or didn't get to even apply to that because the tables were all already sold in a minute of it opening, which that's wild and suspicious, but I digress. I'm not salty, I'm a little salty. But honestly, for the best, because now I have time to actually put stuff together, and like, if I don't end up tabling in 2026, or I could probably do end of 2026 if like I can't do it like sooner. I could probably do end of 2026 or early 2027. But since I'm actually able to like develop more products and stuff like that, I'm actually really, really happy with what I've been doing, and I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm like experimenting with style and stuff like that. And I will show you guys like what I have for like a has-been ones. I'm just like talking to like get everything out of my brain first. It is 3:40 or 3:59 a.m. because I have completely fucked up my sleep schedule. I can't fix it no matter what I try, and I'm like, fuck, I should be waking up at 4, not still being awake at 4. But I digress. I'm suffering a little bit. But yeah, I've been having fun experimenting and figuring out what I kind of want to sell and stuff. And like, my cosplay mutual, I'd like to think we're friends, but we don't talk very often. Hera, she's lovely, she's on Instagram, she's a wonderful Jinx cosplayer. Met her at Anime Impulse last year. Or actually no, this year. Wow, this year's been long. But she had the idea for bucket hats. And I already made a bunch of rosy ones, and I'm really happy with how they look, though I am waiting for the final touches to come in the mail for little bits of material that I needed. I also made some bows that are also rosy themed that will be also sewn onto clips that I have ordered that I will also sell. They're inspired by Rosie, however, they also are just cute, and I dyed the ribbon pink, but the ribbon is very Halloween-y, very haunted kind of, and I enjoy it. But because I'm having all this time to experiment and actually ask people, hey, what do you like to see at anime, like artist alleys? What do you like to see? I'm having like so many epiphanies, and I'm like, oh hey, I actually really enjoy this. Like, I already sewed all of Alistair's bucket hats as well. I haven't decorated them yet because I am trying to look through my stuff to see if I have any black ribbon. Apparently I do not, which is weird. And then I kind of realized I have never in my life bought black ribbon, which is weird because as a kid I was like kind of goth and emo, so like I'm still a little goth and emo if I'm honest. But I digress. But because I'm having so much fun doing this, I have just been being very self-indulgent. Like originally I wasn't gonna do Has-Been Hotel because I was like, oh, I'm not that into Hazbin Hotel, but finishing the second season and all of the memes that I've been seeing, and specifically Alistair and Rosie are my favorite characters, and then Nifty, Aiden, Lucifer, and then also Husk are like my favorite. Can't figure out how to draw Husk. I tried. I failed. But I get really attached to characters, and I was like, I don't want to draw Hazbin because then I have to draw like characters I'm not very fond of and da-da-da, and I was like, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Oh my god. Like, I should have realized that. Am I gonna miss out on some sales? Yeah. However, I'm a lot more happy with just drawing what I want to draw, and like, it's weird because like, I am so used to just like kind of stressing over drawing my comics a little bit, because like I never feel like my art is good enough for my comics, and I put a lot more pressure on it because comics is what I want to do for like a living. I want my stories to touch people's hearts. I want people to be affected by my stories. But with like silly little keychains and charms and just chibis, I am having a lot more fun designing because that is something that's purely for dopamine, you know? And like, it doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be like the best freaking art ever. If you see your favorite character and you like the art a little bit or like a lot of it, which I find this fun, I find this cute, so I hope people like my art. But it's gonna give people dopamine because it's their favorite characters, because they're also your favorite characters. And yeah, I think I've rambled enough. It's almost 9 minutes, so I'm gonna show you what I've drawn. I might also bring up the Winx Club chibis because I don't think I showed you guys, and honestly, I adore them. They're so cute. Look at them. Also, yes, they are all in like their normal clothes, but then like the episode of Hazbin where he wore this, I fell in love with this stupid sweater with rubber ducks that are glued to it. I don't think they showed his slippers, and if they were, I'm pretty sure they were just pink, because I don't remember him having rubber duck slippers. However, I think that was a missed opportunity. If they did have it and I'm just dumb, I don't know. But I think he looks most canon accurate, despite the nose. Like, just that's basically canon. Nifty, I feel like her eye is off, but whatever. I do like how I made the yellow under her dress, so it like ties it in, and then also the bow and that, because I felt like just that one little stripe of yellow didn't like carry down. So I wanted to add some more yellow to her design to like kind of tie her more in together. Alistair, his outfit stayed relatively the same, however, made his little hooves more prominent and also changed his skin tone to actually, you know, make him look like a black man. You know, he might be mixed, but why is he gray? Why is he kind of gray in the show? I don't know. But I also gave his hands like a gradient, so it kind of still looks like what he's got going on in the show, but kind of doesn't. I did keep her arms and legs black because like gloves and like maybe stockings, I don't know. But you know. And then Rosie, she's basically the same because we love her. Okay, so it is officially December 1st, and I didn't complete a lot of my goals. Well, let me check. If it would load. Okay, I did complete a lot, but I didn't complete as many as I would have liked to. However, I have been getting sick. So, I think that's okay. But it is the start of a new month. And yada yada. So I'm going to show you the overview, and then that is it for this video. And then I can get back to working on the other video.
Okay, these ones did not start, didn't do at all. These are the ones I started and didn't finish. And then these are the ones that I finished. So this is pretty good. And I did finish my fanfiction Mended Machines. So that's good. And it's at 180k? It might be a little more than that. I forgot how much it was, but I know it's 180 something K. But yeah, like this. I think that's pretty good. This right here is the next video. I'm just gonna state it. It's gonna be working on a new story for 100 hours. I am currently at 65 hours. And then finish making the scarf. I'm technically like almost done. It is coming along, but it is taking a minute. So, hopefully I'll be able to do it this month. We'll see. Finished 10 pages of Free Fall Volume 2. I need to go back and fix 2 little panels in some of the pages I already did. And then I can finish the last 5 pages that I did, or that I've already sketched out for that. Finished setting up Arcane Beyond. You're probably like, what the fuck is this? I will be running an Arcane-inspired D&D, so that'll be cool. Film more YouTube videos. I technically have been filming more YouTube videos, so I could move it, but I only filmed like 1 more for my other channel, so I'm leaving it here. Finish Season 1 Victor wig. Have not done that. It's on a wig's head, so that's basically as far as I got because I remembered I had it. Then finish Season 1 Victor cosplay. I have basically all the parts, I just need to customize the vest, and then start waking up at 4 a.m. I tried. I fucked up my sleep schedule so bad. It did not work. We'll see.